In the book 1984, George Orwell warned us about an increase in surveillance. What he warned us about is now alive, but is not as bad as he initially thought it to be. Recently, there has been an increase in road surveillance through the use of cameras located in various places.
Throughout the last decade, the government has installed cameras all around our roads. They can see almost everything within sight and can be used to take pictures of cars who run red lights. They have also caught criminals such as the men who bombed the Boston Marathon, and police have already reported them useful in hundreds of situations. Although some may say they do not feel safe being watched 24/7 all day, the crime rate has gone down by 30% in surveillanced areas. The counter-argument to this is that we have too much access to the video, as we can go online and watch live feed of what's going on in the streets. Although some consider this surveillance invasive, I believe we should ignore that fact and give the cameras a big thumbs up because, as far as we know, they are being used for good.
Along with cameras on roads, there has also been a number of new distracted driving laws which are designed to reduce distracted driving.
Although driving laws are an invasion of our privacy, they are very important. Yes, it involves police officers watching us while driving, which invades our personal privacy, but the good of these laws override the bad. The safety of lives is more important than having to be on your phone while driving and having to perform other distractive tendencies like drinking or eating. Many sources show us that the majority of accidents are caused by forms of distracted driving. For example, a site called EdgarSnyder.com states that 10% of all drivers ages 15 to 19 involved in a fatal accident were reported to be distracted. Also, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration estimates that eating and driving increases the likelihood of accidents by 80%. What this evidence shows is that distracted driving is a serious problem. Regardless of whether people think it should be their decision to take a bite of a sandwich or a sip of coffee, that bite or sip could lead to something fatal just as easily as a swipe of a phone can. This is why it is crucial to have police officers watching and protecting our streets. Without these laws regulating what we do, more lives would be taken every day. The surveillance we are under when it comes to driving is significant to the well-being and safety of ourselves and others.
Overall, surveillance on people driving is invasive, there is no doubt about it. However, it helps protect and save many lives daily. We need to keep these laws alive and in action despite the fact that they are controlling and invasive. Monitoring and controlling our speed and distractive tendencies lead to a safer life with safer roads. Orwell was right that surveillance would be prevalent, but wrong in the fact that it would hurt our everyday lives.